Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Me with my group will present about delivery institution related to conventional and Islamic well management. In this topic we have several of content, and the first one of course introduction. Introduction, me will give the definition of three things, which is the first one is what is conventional well planning. Conventional web planning is we can define it when the web generated by individual and hence he is the rightful owner. In another words, well, in conventional perspective is scarce, and the individual who create the research of the well has complete freedom to use it even though the well are not for them. Okay, we go to the what is Islamic wealth management. Okay, Islamic wealth management is the wealth belongs to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, an individual or someone who have the wealth must use it in accordance to Islamic teachings. For the last one, the financial institution, it's used to view it's for preparation and good management by the Islamic or conventional bank, which is it is linked between distribution entity of conventional and Islamic property management. Okay, let's go to the providers of wealth planning and management service. They have many of the providers of wealth planning and management service in this world, and in Malaysia I choose just two examples, Pemodaran Nasional Berhad (PNB) and Employee Provident Fund (EPF). Okay, we go to the PNB. PNB was established one of the government new economic policy instruments on 17 March 1978, and PNB became one of Malaysia's leading fund management companies over the last 4 decades, and it controlled investment investment capital in around 298.5 billion. That's so many. This institution has grown more stronger with its asset under management now reaching around 276.5 billion. Wow. It is now the market leader in Malaysia unit trust industry, with ASNB managing more than 14 unit trust fund with 253.8 billion unit and 14 billion accounts. PNB has also enabled to sharing of corporate wealth with all Malaysians by delivering continuous and competitive return over the years to the unit holders, with more than 172 billion paid out since inception. We go to EPF, Employee Provident Fund. This institution at the first at 31 December 2012 had 502,863 contributing employee, and at the same time EPF has 13.6 million members of which 64 billion are active contributing members. Also at 2012, EPF functioned by requiring a contribution at least 11% of each member monthly salary and storing it in a saving account, while the member's employee is obligated to additional fund at least 12% of employee salary to the savings. The same time 13% salary is below 5,000. This EPF is one to help employee from the private and government sector save a fraction of their salary in a lifetime banking scheme to be used primarily as a retirement fund, but also in the event that the employee is temporary or no longer fit to work. The EPF also give a framework for employee to meet legal and obligation to their employees. And the last APF is more stronger, which in 31 March 2018 the size of the EPF asset stood at 814 billion ringgit Malaysia, making the fourth largest pension fund in Asia and 7th large in the world. Okay, let's go to the last one of my content: Islamic and conventional bank managers. This content is we will see what is Islamic bank managers and what is conventional bank managers. Okay, we go to the Islamic bank manager. Islamic bank manager is Islamic bank or Sharia compliant finance is a financial or lending operation that conforms to and practical applications of Sharia law by Islamic economic development. Transaction in Islamic bank managers is muharabah, wadi'ah, musyarakah, murabaha, ijarah, and the another one. The example of the transaction in Islamic bank managers such like murabaha, musyarakah, and ijarah. Let's go to the conventional bank managers. Conventional bank managers is a conventional banking uses lender interest to repay income in conjunction with other investments. Islamic banking uses Islamic doctrines and Sharia legislation in its banking product, which levy profit rates rather than interest rates. Commercial banks also holding Islamic banks usually welcome their products for wealth planning in traditional regions, whereas autonomous Islamic banks remain focused on integrating with mainstream financial institutions, but do not have the size and capital to extend their goods. Okay, guys, let's see to the another of my member group.
The next is insurance takaful agents. Insurance takaful agent is an insurer's representative who negotiates and sells insurance contracts. An insurance agent should discuss the amount of the insurance which a property owner needs. An insurance agent is an insurer's official who negotiates and markets insurance contracts. There are a few differences between the takaful and conventional insurance. In takaful, it based on the mutual cooperation. The subject is to Sharia law and government laws. The takaful plan holders and shareholders' capital can only be invested in Sharia-compliant investment funds. It is free from riba, roro, and maisir. In takaful, the risks are shared and distributed among takaful participants who agree to jointly assume risk. In conventional insurance, it based on the commercial factors only. The subject is to the government's law only. The capital of the premium for conventional insurance is invested in funds and investment channels that are not necessarily Sharia compliant. It has elements of riba, roro, and maisir. And in the conventional insurance, the risk is transferred and passed from individual to conventional insurance provider. There are a few examples of Islamic insurance company in Malaysia. The first is Etika Takaful. The second is Takaful Ikhlas. The third is Syarikat Takaful Malaysia. And the last is Zurich Takaful. So we go to the next delivery institution is unit trust agent. Unit trust agent is an unincorporated mutual fund structure that allows funds to hold assets and provide profits that go straight to the individual unit owners instead of reinvesting them back into the fund. The investment fund is set up under a trust deed. The investor is effectively the beneficiary under the trust. For being unit trust agent, there are a few benefits that they get. The first is opportunity to build our own business at almost no cost. The next is we can work flexible because there is flexible working hours. And the last is we will get the special housing and car loan subsidy. There are a few registered unit trust in Malaysia. The first is Public Mutual Fund, Pacific Mutual Fund Berhad, Pemodalan BSM Berhad, and the last is PNB Investment Berhad. So the last of the delivery institution is trustee agents. Trustee agent is an entity of a person formally appointed to manage the assets of a trust for the benefit of its beneficiaries in accordance with the terms of the trust. The trust owes duties to the beneficiaries. The duties are typically set up in the trust deed or provided by statute. There are a few services by trust agent. The first is offshore trust. In offshore trust, they involve a settler transferring assets on the trustee to manage for the benefit of a person or a class of person called the beneficiaries. However, a number of offshore jurisdictions have modified their laws to make the jurisdictions more attractive to settlers farming offshore. Offshore trusts may be set up for confidentiality, tax planning, and bankruptcy protection. The next is insurance trust. Insurance trust is life insurance is an integral part of financial planning and essential in providing security to your loved one if an unforeseen event was occur. However, nomination of your life insurance is not the sufficient to provide security to our loved one.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Subiha binti Nur Azmin. So today I would like to explain two subtopic under the chapter 2. So the first subtopic that I will explain is wealth planning and management service. So you can refer to the page number 25. So let's get started. Okay, wealth management is about managing your wealth or surplus fund to achieve a financial goal, such as ensuring that the capital invested is kept intact, or the investment risks are always well managed. There are currently several types of wealth management practice by many insurance and investment company, which involve the following. So the first one is debt or cash flow to allow business credit to be used effectively and optimally. The second one is asset planning and management to preserve capital and ensure adequate return. The third one is business insurance preparation, such as accident, burglary, marine, or key man insurance, and also personal protection, such as death, injury, or critical illness. Okay, the fourth one is tax planning to minimize unnecessary cash outflow and ensure effective management of the cash flow. So the fifth one is retirement. The fifth one is retirement and wealth planning to ensure workers maintain key staff for continuity of business. Next is retirement and succession planning, ensuring that the business can continue function smoothly when the business owner leave the business. Okay, the last one is estate planning, ensuring an efficient transfer of wealth to the successor or beneficiaries. Okay, so there are many institutions that provide wealth management service, such as commercial bank, merchant bank, unit trust agency, or financial planning specialist firm. Okay, financial advisor should be licensed by either Security Commission to provide security advice, or by Bank Negara Malaysia to provide financial advice on insurance product and service. Okay, so let's take a look into the period to sign up with a wealth management institution. Okay, so before you signing up with a wealth management institution, what should you do and what you should know? Okay, so the first one is ensure that all information concerning its service has been clearly explained, so that you have to know all the information regarding the service that the wealth management provider will give it to you. So there will be avoid some misunderstanding or whatsoever in the future. Okay, so the second one is request clarification if necessary. So if you don't understand about the information, or if you don't understand about some part on the contract or so on, you should ask for explanation. Okay, you should ask for explanation and clarification. Okay, so the last one, I think the last one is very important to me. So the last one is confirm the fees and charge relevant to your account. So because we have to confirm all the fees, how much we should pay, and what charge they will charge to us, okay, because it is to avoid hidden charges or you have to pay more in the future. We don't want that. We have to confirm the fees, okay, how much do we have to pay and how much do they charge us, okay. So so after you have signed, what you have to do as a customer, what you have to do. So first is obtain timely documentation for all transactions made on your behalf, okay. So all the transactions are made on your behalf should be documentation should be keep in the document so they can be as a proof, okay. So the second one is obtain periodic statement summarizing the investment portfolio and the monthly transaction. So this is important so you can know where your money go and where your money, okay. So the monthly transaction about your money, okay. So the last one is track your investment performance over time by comparing your portfolio time weighted rate of return against the fixed deposit rate or the Kuala Lumpur Composite Index, okay. So let's take a look into the next subtopic that I will be explaining. So the next subtopics that I will be explaining is user of wealth planning and management service. So wealth planning service user are usually individual with high net worth individuals, and corporation usually do on behalf of individual or their client. Wealth planning and administration service cover different needs at different stage of life. Among those criteria is the first one is buying share and stock. The second one is purchasing real estate or car. The third one is income tax. The fourth one is banking services. The fifth one is insurance or takaful, and the last one is trustee service. So technically everyone requires some form of wealth planning and management, such as when someone begins to work and earn salary, he needs to plan how to spend it, and so that he will have enough money until the next payday, or even to save it. So when you begin to work, okay, you get a salary, so you have to spend it. Of course you have to spend it. You will spend it, and then you have to save it, and then you have to survive it, okay. Survive for the month, okay, for the whole month, okay, until the next your payday, okay. So the second one is when he marries, okay, when someone get married, okay, he or she have to figure out, okay, how to spend on different needs. So when you get married, okay, there will be plus another person in your life, right? So the money that you have been spent the whole time of your life will be increased, okay, because there will be another person in your life, okay. So the third point is, okay, if after you get married and you get a child, okay, so after you get a child, so there will be also more spending money. You have to spend more money after you get a child. You have to go to clinic, go to hospital, you have to buy the children, you have to buy your children toys, and you have to your children education and so on, okay. So obviously if you have a larger family, there will be more spending, okay. So if you are due for retirement, you should have prepared enough for your retirement so that you don't need to change a lot of your lifestyle, okay. So you due to retirement, so you have to plan, you have to prepare your retirement, so you have to make a retirement planning, okay, because if you want to continue your lifestyle, your comfort lifestyle, okay, you have to prepare retirement planning, because after you retire, okay, after you retire, you don't have any salary, you don't have any salary, you don't have any pendapatan. Obviously, if you have a larger family or are due for retirement, you should have prepared enough for your retirement so that you don't need to change your lifestyle. Okay, so this is the last point. So okay, after you retire, okay, you don't have any income, you don't have any salary, so you where did you get the money? So you have to make a retirement planning. So if you make the retirement planning, okay, so you have money after you retire, you have money, so you can enjoy your lifestyle, okay, you enjoy your comfort lifestyle. Okay, so if you don't have a retirement planning, you cannot enjoy your comfort lifestyle because you don't have income, you don't have a salary, so you cannot stay at your comfort zone. Okay, so basically everyone needs wealth planning management. Okay, everyone needs these services. Okay, for me, everyone needs. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, I will explain about other providers of Islamic wealth management services. So I have two examples here, which is firstly is Maybank Islamic and second is Dubai Islamic Bank. As the conventional part of Maybank offers a wealth management service, it seemed appropriate to extend to the clients of Maybank Islamic. So, while ensuring that all the products that Maybank offers or provided is all in the Sharia compliant, is based on the Sharia compliant. Okay, next, Maybank Islamic offers a Mudarabah investment accounts offered to all the Maybank Islamic clients that have the important part of the portfolio of high net worth, but these are complemented by the structured product designed specifically for such clients. This product provide exposure to equity, commodity, and also currency market, and also the nature of the exposure of the being determined by the clients of appetite risk and their financial goals, because some clients want short term rather than long term and some want stable income rather than capital growth. Okay, Maybank Islamic is also offers a range in-house funds as well as those of third party. So, for the Islamic wealth management portfolios, the Amanah Hartanah Bumi Putra AHP is recommended for those who seeking for the regular income stream. Dubai Islamic Bank offers a single contribution of investment plan for its high net worth clients that is designated by Al-Islami Mutmir. The plan provides takaful cover, so if the client passes away, so the family will get 101% of the single contribution. Okay, so the plan is open to the age from 18 to 70 and the maturity of the age is for 85. What I mean is with the maximum age is until 85. Okay, so those who less age than 60 can invest up to AED 500,000, which is in Malaysia is 596,826 ringgit and 70 cent. While for those aged that over 60 years can invest around AED 150,000, which is in a Malaysia ringgit is 177,546 ringgit. These limits are determined by the actuarial consideration, which is the clients are not obliged to have a medical examination as is the case with the other family takaful covers. The plan is managed by Salama, the Islamic Arab insurance company, the largest takaful and retakaful in the world, which has based in Dubai since 1979. Okay, for Dubai Islamic Bank, the client fund is normally invest in the closed and open-ended fund. but the choice of fund investment is undertaken with the discussion of the client and also with an assessment of his or her risk appetite. Redemptions can be made at any of time, but there is a 7.5% penalty of redemption for the first year, and for the third year is reducing 3 times, fifth year is 0%. Regular withdrawals are also possible, but it will reduce the value of plan. The Takaful plan uses a Wakala agency structure by Salama, B as Wakil. Thank you.